Good evening or good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Freddy Roots. Yes, we're not mistaking. Stefan is the next guy. I help him with this lecture. My name is Freddy Roots, like mentioned. I am the show producer of POS Creative Media. I come from an artistic background, so I used to be a professional dancer, then later a musical performer, and afterwards a magician. And since years, I am with POS creating all the shows. But ladies and gentlemen, first, before we start, we had an exercise like this morning. I would like to get focused with you. Would you please all stretch your hand front? By the way, normally when you go to the theater, you always buy the most expensive ticket to impress somebody. The first row is free, so I'm sorry for the cheap tickets back there, right? So everybody hold the hands front. Now, if everybody do so, you do not feel that stupid, okay? Now twist the thumbs to the bottom. Now the left hand crosses the right hand and fold your fingers. Left is there where the right hand has a thumb tip at the left. That is confusing. That was meant like this. Now, focus test number 1. Stretch from the small finger from the right hand and from the left hand, the index finger. Both together. Now, focus test number 2. We switch around. From the left hand, I stretch the small finger, and from the right hand, the index finger. Both together again. Now, don't let go. I quick double check because I'm kind of blinded by the light. It doesn't matter whether the left or the right small finger is at the top. The most important is, when I say on the count of 3, turn around your hands 180 degrees to the left. Did you do so? Okay? 1, 2, 3, get focused. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't break your shoulders, right? So, I would like to show you first a promotional video of POS Creative Media. For that, you get an idea of what we do and how we work. Pictures say more than words. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite you to our lecture From Inspiration to Staging. And here is our work. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you now one of the youngest German, most talented trade show and creative directors of events, Stefan Decker. He's the guy that is between you and the dinner. Thank you very much. Stefan Decker.
Thank you very much for that friendly reception. Oh. I'm honored and pleased to be here with you this evening and talk to you about convergence and exhibitions in relation to our company POS and the work we do throughout the world. Today we will show you some of our examples we do for the client Samsung Electronics together with Jail Communications. I'm from a diverse background of production companies and event agencies. In 2004, I became first creative director of POS, where I'm now CEO. So from inspiration to staging, this philosophy is key to our success at POS. Our team of professionals with diverse clients from every field of industry provide optimal product and marketing placement. We free ourselves from inflexible principles, old-fashioned theories regarding above the line and below the line communications, and combine these afresh. Following this creed, we place our focus on strengthening personal brand experience and emotionalize all methods of communication. Using fresh ideas, we encourage the creation of business contacts while keeping in sight what really counts. We act into our clients' best interest according to the highest possible cost efficiency. So our claim is, we optimize your return on investment by means of spectacular activities, intelligent solutions, and multiplication of your external contacts. We take the lead without losing sight of what's important. We make a way for your message in an arrangement of emotional drama and touch of intuitive power comprising sympathy, freshness, and passion. So, let me touch the themes of this evening again. Tokyo, Seoul, Paris, Berlin, Las Vegas. International trade fairs are used to develop new markets and intensify existing business relationships. Brands, product presentations, and contract negotiations dominate everyday's reality. To inspire people, to fascinating them, to awaken their emotions can be an incalculable advantage. Get an overview of how it may be possible to make your exhibition presentation really attractive and how to bring your brand alive. So we ask ourselves every day, how is our access to our clients' trust? Good business is a matter of instinct, strategy, and concept. Seen and be seen in the public eye, a prominent cultural and sporting events among your partners. Great emotions, close contacts, and lively connections are guaranteed. A new brand experience at POI and POS. The inspiration is the motor for the dramatic composition. We see ourselves as a director in the dramatic composition from A to Z. From the first thought of planning until the farewell of the guests after the fair. Each single part, whether show, catering, public advertising, is a single part of your entire fair appearance. We believe in the deceleration of people, so finding time to rest and have time to perceive what we do not expect. The change to stimulate emotions through catching the audience within their regular and normal life. Through these experiences, we build up a stronger relation with the company. Our target is to open the visitor's expectation to use our tool, inspiration to staging, for our trade fair enlargement. The use of new products is shown through our lively, entertaining, and designed form of ideas. The personal experience, like all our senses, smiling, laughing, and tasting, leaves stronger traces than rational facts. The trade fair presentation in the common sense means, here's my company, my product, and I can show you what it can do, and you show me how much you are ready to incorporate it in your life at any expense. The common version of IADA: attraction, interest, desire, and action. We break these common forms of presentation and try to impress the guests. To create novelties, we have to understand where our creativity and inspiration comes. So let us ask Freddie to define these two words theoretically.
Thank you, Stefan. We define like following. Inspiration refers to an unconscious burst of creativity in a literary, musical, or other artistic endeavor. Literally, the word means breath upon, and it has its origin in both Hellenism and Hebraism. They believed that inspiration was derived from gods such as the Oracle of Delphi. Another definition of inspiration is from C.G. Jung, the German psychiatrist, who suggests that an artist is somebody who was attuned to racial memory, which encoded the archetypes of the human mind. Creativity is a mental and social process involving the discovery of new ideas or concepts. Creativity is fueled by the process of either conscious or unconscious insight. An alternative conception of creativeness is that it's simply the act of making something new. Creativity has been attributed variously to divine interventions, cognitive processes, the social environment, personality traits, and, of course, chance. It has been associated with genius, mental illness, and humor. And of course, another thing, sleep.
As a summary, for us as a full service provider, creativity and inspiration means full access to our clients. Maybe Freddie could illustrate these points for us now. But by the way, Freddie is a multi-talented entertainer who is experienced in industrial shows. With his know-how as a choreographer of the world's biggest show stage at the Friedrichstadtpalast in Berlin, and as a producer of international touring theater shows. He is our director for trade shows, press conferences and keynote speeches, and of course product launches. So now, ladies and gentlemen, please give a big hand to Freddie and a short example of a trade show.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I would like to show that there is many diverse accesses to interpret or implement a show if your client or if a client wants to have a show, or even on an opening night of an exhibition. Like, for instance, at the CeBIT in Hanover, there is always a major and big show to implement the means and the themes of the fair. I would like just to take 3 options: a cell phone, a camera, and some of us I meet regularly downstairs, a packet of cigarettes. Words are not always used to present an item or product. So I just would have very shortly 3 different ideas that one could implement to use to project a product in a show. Let's go. The first time, just the regular MC and the product. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to the fair, COEX International Fair in Korea, in Seoul. COEX is the newest brand of a new and possible cell phone. The great invention you all did not know. COEX is normally producing cars, but today they also have cell phones. And this cell phone is just great. It doesn't only slide open and presents your videos, it has terrific access to internet. It has 2 cameras filming one side and your side. And I could go on and I could go on. Thank you very much. That's the regular use, ladies and gentlemen, whereby words, a product is introduced by a presenter. Personally, I don't think it's the most original one. Let's take the second chance. Number 2. So dance is always a very good medium. Thank you. I'm getting too old for this. So dance is always a good media to attract audience. But dance can project feelings. I would choose dance, like in another example we use afterwards. Dance is great for emotions. But sorry, I cannot dance a handy or cell phone. I just can dance the emotions a cell phone projects. Third possibility, give me 10 seconds, I have to prepare. Excuse me, gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, you see, the most important is to entertain emotions. The product can always be involved. See you are gonna smoke a cigarette.
Thank you, Freddie. So I thought it would be interesting how Freddie and I met the first time. 6 years ago, I saw a thrilling performance by Freddie in his own show in Berlin. At the after-show party, we got into discussion about trade shows and theater. When I realized that he's also open to commercialize his work, we've got into a discussion. This inspired our work since then. So the big difference between fair and theater shows are, so trade show means a lot of stress, noise, hectic, that all together means acceleration. It's not working again. Okay. The more accommodation you preserve for visitors, the more efficient it will become for them. The thoughts on emotion, experience, and humans have to be involved. We control that there is always a good mood, that the audience, your clients, your buyer feel comfortable.
So what we discovered is that there is actually no big difference between theater and trade shows. It just involves two different kinds of director. On one side, the artistic director, and on the other side, the marketing director. Through innovative media concepts, the two converge to a unique artistic trade show experience. We all know the elements of a positive theatrical experience. Getting dressed for an exciting evening out, a lovely dinner before the show, the enthusiasm of arriving at the event, a hospital welcome with a toast of champagne. As you inhale, the ambience and anticipation of what is going to come, the curtain opens, it's showtime. All at once, you submerge into the magic emotions of entertainment.
But now back to your own special needs and the parallels at the exhibition world. Where does the dramatic composition start on an exhibition? In our opinion, the exhibition experience starts already up on the arrival city to welcome the visitors at the airport or maybe at the main station. Maybe the visitors are checking into their hotels, so more branding there can be the next element for the impression. On the way to the exhibition, The visitors will be guided through more branding experience along the route. Arrival at the exhibition area, visitors enter fully into the world of ambience. So promotion activities will welcome the visitors on the exhibition entrance.
For instance, here at the fair IFA in Berlin, we decided, or we consult our clients, to always have a flexible promotion team. The area is really big. It takes to walk 30 minutes from one side to the other. So you cannot have 2,000 promoters catching all the visitors. Go to the visitors. Don't let the visitors come to you. For instance, we always use segways. They're not always allowed to use in different fairs, but anything works. Maybe horses, you will see. Next one. Very important at any fair are the hostesses that welcome everybody, inviting them to stay at the booth, give them a chat, and always be there with a smile.
Okay, the next element can be the F&B area. So refreshments and finger food will give a good feeling to your visitors. After this, well-trained, multilingual product presentators are on hand to answer any questions about the products. Of course, with a smile guarantee again. And the final part of a fair show can be the implementation of a really show. An interactive mix of info and entertainment lets the people submerge into your company, your brand, and of course, into your product.
So let us show you an example of an exhibition show we did last year. This fair was a challenge for us because the main show was without a stage and we should produce an emotional presentation without showing the product. We all know the problem, that most of the clients do not have enough room for a big stage. We found a solution in adapting an inflatable stage, a so-called air track, that was built up very visually in front of the audience within 30 seconds. We supplied also sideshows and animation that entertained the visitors continuously. On this stage, then, we were showing the story of the round crystals of the new Crystal TV by Samsung, symbolized also through the interplay of power of the colors and the costumes, the diverse kinds of physical artists and the multimedia in the booth. We were performing the story of the creation of crystals submerging into a TV. Let us now give you these examples of all the elements of the exhibition.
Sehr verehrte Damen und Herren, herzlich willkommen in der Welt von Samsung. Wir laden Sie nun ein zu unserer überraschenden Airtrack-Show vor dem Samsung Monument. Erleben Sie unsere Crystal Design Story durch die Show unserer Künstler.
So, leiser machen.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought I have to push the computer.
So, the perfect ending of a trade fair is to invite the guests to an exclusive evening or to a dinner. A theme for such an event could be a historical background of a city, a story of a famous building and an exciting place to be, to which the guests always remember themselves, the one and only time in my life. This will intensify the customer's relationship and would be a different way for saying thank you. Our example is now the Samsung exclusive gala dinner for Photokina 2008. It gives you an excellent example how such an event might look. The story shifts the guest into the carnival time of the famous city of Cologne. And I hope it's working.
for you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, give him big hands. Ennio Marchetto.
Okay, now we come to the conclusion of our lecture, Inspiration to Staging. Freddie takes his paper, I don't need it anymore. And please start the music. These are our ideas, how we can make a trade fair more innovative for you, for your product, for your exhibition. Freddie and I will now spread our thoughts and pass them on to you. Very much for your attention and your interest in seeing our presentation. If you have still any questions, we are here for you tonight. Thank you very much.
감사합니다.
Well, what can you say? We have not heard only a presentation by these two young, idealistic, enterprising organizers, but what we have witnessed now is pure entertainment. All right, before I make my concluding remarks, may I invite any questions that you may have for Stefan and
Freddie.
Freddie, yes, Freddie Roots, okay. Are there
Never
any
ask a
questions?
magician. Never ask a magician how he done it.
Or you want him to repeat the performance, maybe at a dinner time, something like that. Any others? Any questions? I think they were all simply amazed, as was I. All right, if there are no questions, can I invite you again to give your loudest applause to the best presenters of this evening. Thank you, gentlemen.